mentioned OKC. They swept the Pelicans in round 1. Second round loss to Dallas, 4 games at 2. New York Knicks 4 games at 2.
Well, the Thunder have something going because as a young team to be able to go as far as they did in the playoffs means something. Other teams are looking at how they're building their team, and obviously these guys are trying to be a part of that young developmental part of what OKC is trying to accomplish.
Yeah, the Thunder really have built their franchise back through the draft.
That's right.
Philadelphia trying to add some pieces. Philly was 47-35 a year ago, and OKC 57-25. Summer League in Salt Lake City underway with Doughton Jr. with the first touch. Ricky Council inside. Oh, the put down by Bona. Comes off the rim, and the Thunder want to push as they do. Nice turnaround. Push it up, cut the rim, and put it in. And the bucket by Kyler Kelly out of Oregon State. A big 7-footer, good feet, and a good finish at the bucket.
Yeah, and a good runner, obviously. But what you'll see, the similarities in all these teams that you'll see play, including the Jazz, is they want to push it. After made buckets, oh my goodness.
That's a highlight bucket. Adem Bona, UCLA. He was the 41st pick just a couple of weeks back. His home is Nigeria, and also his home is right on top of the rim.
Yeah, and you're so valuable as a big guy. You can come off those screen and dives and time those lobs.
See, my first thought, you're 6'11". Bona plays bigger than his 6'8" frame.
Yeah, oh yeah, he does. And you just saw the athleticism he has. His ability to run the floor and maybe play that small 5.
You can stay around this league a long time if you can drop the triple. Two-way contract as A.J. Mitchell played at UC Santa Barbara. And last year, he goes 20 points a game and the 3-ball, 39%.
Yeah, we know how important that 3-ball is. As much as we talk about offense, these coaches are really looking at the defensive side just as much. Can you guard a player on an isolation? If you're big, can you come over and help?
Thunder with the rebound. Flagler on a pass. There's a dish again down low. Beautiful. Inside out. Outside in.
Just great teamwork down there. Kind of a big to big action. Don't see a lot of that in the league today.
So Jang scores his first points of the summer league. Again, Bona inside, use the glass off the mark. Thunder with the rebound. And we talked to coaches, Matt Brazzi and Cam Woods, all the coaches in summer league. It's about what kind of, there's a 3-ball going down, but what kind of offense you want to run. Most of the time you're seeing the league more fast-paced, thorough. Some teams like to play low block. Denver, you look at what Luka likes to do in Dallas, but you're still running the floor and trying to pop threes.
Yeah, you are, and you'll see a lot of the same kind of sets that these teams will run that are similar. This is what McCain can do very well.
Inside, rolls it home, the rook out of Duke. Good change of speed player. He has vision, he has creativity, and that loose ball comes back out to Philadelphia. They're going to try to run it to the rim. Good hustle back on defense by Kelly.
Yeah, back to McCain. He's the kind of guard that can push the ball really uncontested on that last layup, but right here you see the deceleration and then the foul in the back. Kind of slow down. You put that defensive player pretty much in prison. Your time to try to make that contact.
Really no worries about fouls in summer league. You get 10.
Come on, man. You know what you always say. Got him.
Use them. There's a look at Doughton, undrafted back in 2020. 27 years young. 3 years, 5 teams. He's already made the tour around the league, 46 games in all, but the G League has been friendly. 18 points and a 38% 3-point shooter.
Well, the operative word these days is development, right? Not just talking about the G League, but these teams, these players are coming out 18, 19, even 20 years old. It's young. You're not going to find many who are NBA ready right away, and that's where the development part comes in.
Philly traps Oklahoma City, able to break that through. It's a great point, because as GMs, you're rolling the dice now on 18 and 19-year-olds about the personality, about the drive. They may have the athleticism, but how much do you want it?
It's all about potential, right? What these players could possibly be, what they see in these players that might be special that they can develop.
Out front drive, hanging up in the air, just a little bit short on that fadeaway by Ricky Council. Rebound inside. Tell you what, Tyler Kelly working hard, using that frame, 7-footer, only 215, moves well and slid inside. He's got a little bit of a Chet Holmgren look.
Yeah, he does. And Bola, if you're a player who really focuses on offensive rebounding, you can get a lot of those, because you got to the point now in this league where guys are ball watching, you slip in there, you get a putback just like Kelly.
Doughton with the bucket, 12-8. 6 minutes in this quarter, and a quick hit right off the glass. Mitchell scores the 2. Mentioned AJ with a two-way deal. Ball comes loose. Thunder have it. Ousmane Dieng passes out on the perimeter. It's up and out. He touched it last. It'll be Philly ball. First time out here in the first quarter in Salt Lake. 5:32 to play. Thunder early by 6. Of Election Day. Oklahoma City will put in Keontae Johnson, second-year pro, Kansas State University. 9 games in all with the Thunder. Played very well with the OKC Blue Tee, 20 points, and again, another young man who can knock down the 3 ball at 40%.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's valuable in this league. And not just catch and shoot, right? You can create your own space, create your own shot, rise up over guys who don't close out well.
Doughton in the paint, triple team, kicks it out, three's away.
This is what Dieng can do. He's bringing the ball down at 7 feet.
Surveys the floor. Nice release, just fell off the rim. Rebound Philadelphia. Coming back the other way. McCain with the board. McCain on the drive with that release as he leaned in and released it with the right hand.
Well, that's what you have to do if you're McCain and you're undersized. You seek out contact from the bigs, put them in a bad position to be able to get that shot off.
Substitution, Philadelphia. R.J. Hampton. Hampton's been around this league. He's coming into his 5th season. Played for the Capital City Go-Go most of last season. Everyone has a story, Thurl, as Summer League. It'll be the same in Vegas this coming weekend and beyond. Doughton. Drive it inside. Thunder.
Good defense.
They plug up the paint, force the turnover. There's a lob down low. Ousmane somehow got the ball off his hands a little short. And his Hampton front court left-hand dribble.
Well, that ball came just a little bit late. Ousmane kind of overran it. Thought he was going to feel some contact, so tried to get it up quickly.
Doughton, tough drive. Finishes up high with the left hand.
I actually like the composure of both teams offensively with these young players. Sometimes you'll get these young players just trying to go up and down, jack up threes. Both teams look disciplined right now.
There's Matt Brazzi, Summer League head coach. Of course, head coach of Philadelphia, Nick Nurse. Won an NBA championship with the Toronto Raptors. And Cam Woods, had a great chat with him. OKC Blue head coach. Of course, Mark Daigneault has done some magnificent things with the Thunder. It was a wild race to the top in the West team. It really was something.
Wasn't it? Every season it seems like that, but this past one, just a bottleneck there.
OKC, Denver, Dallas. One day it's Dallas, Denver, OKC. It was back and forth. Hampton with a break ball stolen away right off the hip. And the Thunder want to turn and run. They do. Inside pass. And we got a foul as Dieng tried to finish on top of the rim.
A.J. Mitchell did a nice job there of saving that bucket.
That's on Aluma, the rookie out of Virginia Tech, just checked in. Now talk about stories. Virginia Tech was his college home, but he played in the Korean basketball league last year. 21 years of age is Jang. The body fits. You talked about his nationality coming from France. I'd say the French right now, they're doing it right. They've developed a lot of bigs.
Yeah, and you know, I played over in Europe for several years between my NBA stints, but the European, and even not even just European, but in a lot of leagues overseas, they start very, very young, getting these young kids to learn the fundamentals of the game.
Inside feed, Aluma, glass. Down it goes, first bucket for Keve Aluma, 25 years young. Dylan Jones. You know, he talked to us about the jitters. Played at Weber State, just north of Salt Lake City. 4 years with the Weber State Wildcats. But he said, you know what, coaches will be here. Old teammates will be here. And that should take care of the jitters, making that first bucket.
Yeah, and you know, Dylan could have come out sooner. And you and I had this conversation about maybe staying all 4 years hurts some players. But what you don't get jitters on is what you do really well, and Dylan Jones can score.
Jang takes the pass, comes up just short, nice follow, and a foul. KJ Williams, that 6'10" big out of LSU. He'll be at the line to shoot a pair. We got a timeout at the 2:23 mark, and here's that Dylan Jones, a 6'6", 240-pounder. Big Sky MVP.
Do some damage in this league.
26th pick, number 5 scoring all time at Weber State. So Williams out of LSU, one more. Up and out. Aluma with a rebound. I want to get into that conversation more because, you know, there was a day back in the day. I'm thinking of who coached the Utah Jazz and even Pops in San Antonio. Pop would say, look, you know, experience is one thing. And Sloan loved that as well, but you know, the league has changed, as we mentioned, 18 and 19-year-olds. But I still think 4-year players have a lot to give, and there's a stigma at times, as Williams gets attacked too, that if you stay too long in college, maybe you can't play at this level.
Well, I don't know if you can't play. I think I go back to what I think this is a quote from you. If you're good, they'll find you.
They will.
Right?
They'll turn over every rock.
Yes, they will. And so I think that nice little pump fake there on a foul. But it's a different era of basketball. There was no developmental league in our era coming up. So those 4 years in college just gave you an opportunity to develop physically and learn the game better, and your transition to the NBA wouldn't be as steep. But nowadays, also, Bowler, with the influx of foreign players coming over, being prepared, right? We just talked about how France was doing with their players, but it's just a whole different league. And I don't know if it hurts you as much being older, but there's definitely more room for younger players to come in and develop.
Don't forget, Summer League action continues next on ESPN, the ESPN app for the Grizzlies and the hometown Jazz. Then tomorrow on NBA TV, Spurs taking on Team China, and the Hornets will take on the Sacramento Kings. So you want basketball hoop galore over the next couple of weeks.
Called an offensive foul there on Dylan Jones. I didn't see a lot there. Didn't see a push off. He just kind of played a little physical basketball, but he's got the body to do that.
You know what? First learning moment how to play in the NBA.
Yeah. And also, these officials are trying to get it right.
Absolutely.
As well, right?
Council, beautiful slip and slide. Ricky Council, the fourth. Started at Wichita State, ended up at Arkansas. Here's Williams on that loose ball. Jones gives it up, dribble drive, baseline. And it's going to be out of bounds on the dribble. So Philly with the turnover. Forces the turnover, and Philly with the ball. Thunder with 5 turnovers in the quarter, under a minute to go. We played 4 10-minute quarters, and that was too easy as Philadelphia just drives the ball up and inside. Judah Mintz from Syracuse, 6'4" rookie.
And Bowler, one of the things that a lot of these players who are really good ball hands are trying to learn is what Mintz just did. He put it into a quick gear, then he decelerated as he got to the hoop. And a lot of times that throws the defender off. They don't know when you're going to shoot it. You can create enough space on that drag to get that ball to the basket.
Sixers pressure the inbound. Jones 10 on the shot. Rolls it down to 7. Ryan in front of us fires up a triple, and that rebound belongs to Philadelphia. Here's Hampton, pumps up a 3.
Another learning moment right there, Bowler.
That landing zone.
Yep.
You know, we talked to Monty McCutcheon about this yesterday. He joined us for some summer league rules discussion, and we asked him exactly this, because fans get a little out of their seat with this call.
Yeah, and
where's the landing zone? And you know what? A lot of players automatically lean in on their shot.
Yeah. Well, you've got Dylan Jones, who is coming forward. That forward momentum is not going to stop you on a dime. And you notice there wasn't much contact there, but Hampton had to sell it. Like, I think if Hampton had stayed on his feet, he probably wouldn't have gotten that call. Again, that's the league we're in today, is you've got to sell those hits and not make it a flop.
Exactly. And Monty McCutcheon, former NBA, of course, official, made that very clear. 8-0 run by the Sixers over the past minute 15. Sixers really pushing the defense on the Thunder. Usman.
The Sixers wanted a 10-second violation. Didn't think that Dylan Jones got it across in time.
So instead, though, they get the 3-second call, and that puts Usman Jang at the free throw line. See if OKC can slow down this 8-0 run by Philadelphia. Ten minutes for Jang. 1 of 5 shooting, but 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Up and in. What an easy bucket. Back comes Usman. Drops a triple with 5 seconds to play in the quarter. And again, a steal back the other way, and the shot missed off the glass. 10 minutes in the books. Some turnovers you would expect. These teams have had, what, 2.5 days of practice.
Yeah.
Trying to learn the language in each other's style. So we're underway. Salt Lake City Summer League. And after 10 minutes of play, Thunder and 76ers tied at 20.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I think Jalen Williams, the older brother, is really starting to make his mark in this league. They look like twins sitting over there.
They do. I'd say the competition was keen during their childhood. Oklahoma City started hot, 6 of 9. They finished out 3 of 11 in that opening quarter. And it was just a flip for the 76ers. They go 3 of 10 and then finish strong over the last 5 minutes, 7 of 9. Cross-court pass. A little catch-and-shoot triple coming up short. Philadelphia crashing the boards well throughout this first half. Bona.
It's actually really impressed with both teams on their ability to run plays and not take the very first shot. Beautiful.
Boy, plows through that double team, took the hit, and Council gets up after dropping a tough 2. He'll be at the line for a 3-point opportunity.
Well, you said it. You invite the contact, Very nice delay there by Council. Kind of shot it on the way down after the contact. Nice, smart move.
Council, they're keeping an eye on Ricky. 6'6", 207, 32 games played for Philadelphia last year. 5 points, but I think what keeps the interest rolling is his size, his strength, but also he can finish from outside at 38% free.
And he plays bigger than 6'6". You know, he's got a great basketball body, and to be able to have those kind of handles to take it in and take that hit, I think he's got a really good future.
Ryan fights off a double team, passes off Johnson. He'll go inside, try to sweep it up and out. Philly had it. Mintz lost it out of bounds.
Well, Bona's saying, hey, I'm bigger. That's my rebound. But if you're a coach, you're not mad at that. You got both guys trying to hit the boards.
Been impressed with Bona. Off the turnover.
He doesn't get that bucket unless Jared McCain goes to work. Nice hustle on the floor to the basket. 37-30.
First half, Cam Woods, head coach of the Summer League Thunder, said Philadelphia, they've outscored OKC 20-8 over the last 5 minutes of play. 11-4 here in the second quarter. Their defense has been stellar. This time a little let up is an easy bucket up on top of the rim by Tyler Kelly, who had a nice start. 6 points, 3 buckets for the rookie.
So that's only the 12th point in the paint for OKC. That's where Philly's really killing them. 24 for them. It's also varying because Philly has not made a 3-point shot.
There's a foul and one.
Sometimes all you need is a little bit of more ball movement. You saw that swing from Dylan Jones to the corner.
7-0 run, but stopped by Keontae. Sorry, David Jones, the rookie from Memphis, on the floor. Flagler answers back, and that's up and out. Aluma wastes no time. Confidence with that 3 ball.
Young players are showing how skilled they are. Stretch bigs, catch and shoot. Good looking shot.
He gets the 3, and Aluma comes back with a defensive rebound. Surveys, drives, puts it on the floor, hooks it up. My goodness.
Beautiful
back-to-back buckets and getting it done on the defensive side as well.
Beautiful move. Aluma saw Kelly's feet backing up and just took it right into him.
Another rebound. Aluma and Philly coming the other way. Sixers all of a sudden exploding for an 8-0 run. Reaching out, Kelly with a rebound. Oklahoma City.
Last year in the Summer League, one of the things I noticed and I looked for was to see how good a shape these young players were in. And I'm really impressed that both these teams have had players who are getting up and down without, I mean, especially with the altitude here, right? Look like they're in really good shape. Don't see a lot of fatigue at this point. We'll see in the second half.
Flagler straight away. Well, that's a confident shooter. Adam Flagler from Baylor in the G League last year. 14 points a game, but 41% from 3. That's a beautiful move down low. Left hand and the finish. David Jones, instant offense. 5 points off the bench at 6'6". Has that wing body everyone's looking for. Now Flagler starting to find confidence. Flagler has now hit 4 of 8 from downtown.
And he's not forcing it either, Bowler. He's getting really good looks off good ball movement.
Deep. Wow. We're getting that little 3 ball now. Confidence is growing on both sides of the floor. Jordan Tucker doing his thing from downtown. Another rebound. Aluma. He'll get it right back to reward the wraparound bucket and the the nice assist. I'll tell you, the head up, little RJ Hampton, little push after the action.
Yeah, Aluma just doing a nice job, Bowler, of rebounding, kicking it up. Both teams just doing a great job of moving the basketball around, but the Sixers getting out on the break, 52-43, Sixers.
Nikola Topic's draft night experience. There he is, 12th pick overall. 52-43, Philadelphia. Been a game of runs, thorough. 15-6 Sixers over the last 2.5 minutes of play. And finally, there's that triple going down. He just checked back in, and that 3 drops.
Ryan's got a really nice release, and so he's finally found the bucket. Missed a few early, had a little floater in the paint that missed it, but you're a shooter. You gotta keep shooting the ball.
Yeah.
Missed a few early, had a little floater in the paint that missed it, but you're a shooter. You gotta keep shooting the ball.
Yeah, Ryan
right here, taking the bump, finishing strong. A lot of opportunities. An offensive foul is called.
Council.
Nice job by Ryan, just taking the bump.
You know that. You had some time with the Jazz, went overseas, and actually came back and played again for Utah.
Yeah, but you know, there's so much great basketball. I have a son right now who just finished playing over in Germany, and you know, he just loves it.
One side.
You're exactly right. You also have to understand it's not just about this league. There's a lot of opportunities. An offensive foul is called.
Council.
Nice job by Ryan, just taking the bump.
You know that. You had some time with the Jazz, went overseas, and actually came back and played again for Utah.
Yeah, but you know, there's so much great basketball. I have a son right now who just finished playing over in Germany, and you know, he just loves it. Loves the culture part. So exactly right. You also have to understand it's not just about this league. There's a lot of opportunities. An offensive foul is called.
Council.
Nice job by Ryan, just taking the bump.
You know that. You had some time with the Jazz, went overseas, and actually came back and played again for Utah.
Yeah, but you know, there's so much great basketball. I have a son right now who just finished playing over in Germany, and you know, he just loves it. Loves the culture part. So a lot of these guys who won't get these.
Flagler gave it a run. It was back and forth, really to a half of runs. Philadelphia took advantage. Philadelphia over the Oklahoma City Thunder, outscored OKC 32-25. We talked to Ousmane Dieng to start the game, and it was a struggle early, but came back and still able to go with double figures. Dieng in that first half of play, 10 points, along with 4 rebounds and 3 assists along the way.
Yeah, again, he's like a guard in a big body. He has the ability to do a lot of things. He's not shooting great. He's 3 for 9 overall. But, you know, I like his game because he's a facilitator as well. I like to see him get a little bit more physical in this half and help his team out in that way.
Flagler was another big story, hitting 4 of 10 from downtown, 12 points. Aluma showed a lot. Did not miss his shot in 4 attempts, 10 points, 5 boards. And RJ Hampton was very consistent as well.
Yeah, I really like Aluma for Philly just because he's a banger. He'll get in there and rebound for you as well.
Dieng brings that ball across midcourt. Crowd starting to fill in as they await the hometown Jazz against Memphis at 7 Mountain Time. How about that block down low? Inside, McCain, the floater, the rebound, pulled down by Kelly of OKC. Dieng wide open. Rainbows up a shot, comes up way short. The outlet pass. Ricky Council, the 4th. Up and out. Good look inside. Guess who? Put it down with 2 hands. And Bona rocks the rim.
Yeah, that dude, man.
I'm impressed.
He will punish you. He won't be outworked in that paint, but nice pump fake, throwing it down. And when you have the ability to be a shot blocker on one end and then affect the offense on the other end with offensive rebounds and putbacks, in fact, putbacks like that, you're valuable.
Council goes for 3. That last bucket was a 2-ball by Dylan Jones. Philly with a 7-point lead. Thunder chipped away earlier. See if they can do it again here in the third. That's how you do it. See, you hit that corner three, and they leave you wide open, and A.J. Mitchell takes advantage. He's in double digits with 10.
Well, that's just a rhythm shot. You get teammates who pass, and the guy before you has a shot, but you have a better one. That's just great basketball.
McCain, silky smooth. We had a great conversation with Jared McCain. You know, he keeps a journal, has since he was a sophomore in high school. Goes back, reads about what he did right and wrong, and here he is now into the NBA. It's going to be fascinating. That could be a book in about 10 years' time.
Well, Bola, if you play in a Duke program, you're going to be taught very well, right? And you know, Mike Krzyzewski, when he was coaching, they did a nice job of starting that discipline in players, but there's a lot expected. McCain gets knocked to the floor there on that Dylan Jones drive.
He says he's a positive guy. See, love of life, love of the game, and all that translates onto the floor. I mean, it was a heavy conversation for such a young man, you know, coming out of school. But boy, it seems like he has the mental fortitude to really, I would say, excel in the NBA.
Well, that's important. That's important. You know, these young guys come out. You know, if you do all the physical tests, the interview is one of the most important things where you can find out a lot about where these guys' heads are. And McCain he's got it together early.
Doughton needed some help. Edwards looking for a cutter, but he throws it away. Philly with a turnover. Jones finds space just off the elbow. Good look.
Yeah.
15-footer rolls out. Council puts his shoulder down, bullies his way to the rack, and scores.
Well, if you're going downhill, you've got a guy moving. You give him a little nudge, which is legal in this league if he's not squared up.
There's Oklahoma City staying close with a three-point shot. Adam Flagler, his 5th triple. McCain. Well, that was a shot. He was trying to go baseline. He comes back, good hustle, steals it. This is going to be wide open. Easy bucket on reverse.
Well, McCain was trying to get a whistle blown on that touch off the pick and roll, but didn't get it.
Doughton scores in double figures now with 11, 27 years young. Up and down the floor, Sixers lead by 7. All-NBA, 7 years. Thunder, 2 years, 2-time All-NBA. With the Clippers, a 3-time All-Star. He'll be in his 15th season and recently just signed on as a free agent with Philadelphia. What do you think?
Well, Philly just got better, by the way. But we talked a long time about that window closing on that big 4, right? That was with the Clippers. So big move for Paul George. He's still got plenty in the tank, and Philly's just trying to get over that hump to get to those finals. He could possibly do it for him.
Now, Boston won the NBA championship with defense. Porzingis played 2 games, Steve, and he made a big impact. But I thought it was really a defensive championship for Boston. Yeah, they can knock down threes, and they've got Tatum and Jaylen Brown. But, man, I tell you, it's tough in the East. It's tough in the West.
It is.
And there's some aging vets and some up-and-comer young talent in both the East and the Western Conference.
And it's a different game in the playoffs than it is in the regular season.
Great point. Great point. And all the coaches we talked to echoed that, Thurl. And basically, it becomes a defensive type of style game. You can play the D. You've got a great chance to take it.
That's right. That's the old adage, right? Defense wins championships. And of course, you got to be talented on the offensive end, but if you can stop other teams and take them out of their stuff in this day and age, you're doing well.
3 and D. Inside drive.
That's right.
Jared McCain, active. Leans in. He'll be at the line to shoot 2. Mitchell, the foul. His 3rd. Bio and McCain, 16th pick, 20 years young, 6'2", 203. 1 year. Duke, I love this. I could not believe I had a double take on the 4 million plus followers on Instagram and TikTok.
You know, I think with development and depending on how they want to use him, he's mature for his age right now, but he's got a little bit of a Jalen Brunson in him, the type of guard that can kind of lead his team, but also get his in different ways. And I love the way he's come out with no fear here in this first Summer League game.
You know, the Jazz have a couple of players we'll see later tonight with that same kind of build.
Yes.
Bryce Sensabaugh is one. Head up, McCain. Drives baseline, beautiful move. And that's that change of pace we talked about. He has the vision, the creativity, and that was on display.
It's great timing. And you throw the defense off because he doesn't touch it with the offhand again. So the defense doesn't know exactly if he's going to pass it or shoot it.
Off this back foot again, and the foul as Bona bit.
Well, just great maturity right here off a block shot. You're running the break, you're looking ahead, maybe for a kick ahead, but nice crossover. You don't let Kelly get up on you. He just doesn't know where you're going to come to him. Just great timing there by McCain on that layup.
And he let AJ Mitchell just kind of come to him and then just put that extra speed,
that's right,
that extra gear, and blew right by him. At the line, Keontae Johnson. 71-59 Philadelphia. Now an 11-point game with 5:40 left to play in the third. Bona screens. Here's Council. Beautiful spin. Baseline step back shot. Tough. And the rebound finds its way again to Kyler Kelly. Mitchell slips and slides. Score it.
Well, Mitchell read that perfectly. He only had one guy between he and the basket. That's really an ISO with the defender backpedaling. So you attack him, find your space, get to the hoop.
McCain, catch and shoot. Here's Flagler. Nice first half for the Thunder. Usman inside. And they will call a foul. Guess who? Bona.
He gets 10, so I think he's got a ways to go.
Yeah, use them all.
Nice no-look pass there by Usman. Yeah, if you get 10 fouls, you shouldn't be complaining, unless you like have 9. Right? I mean, come on.
Then you got room to complain.
Yeah.
That's first free throw is good for Johnson.
I know they like to test things out like in the Summer League, but I hope that's not one of them.
Bona goes out, and Jordan Tucker returns for Philadelphia.
Can you imagine how physical the NBA would get?
Oh, 10 fouls?
10 fouls.
Second one up and good. Keontae Johnson played 9 games last year. As I call up in the bigs, right? 9 games with the Thunder. Here's Aluma. Jones works around his screen, takes on a double team, trying to finish with that right hand. Oh, got it back with the left. Still battles for the rebound. Got it baseline. Flushes inside to Philadelphia. And the Thunder having a battle in the lane. And OKC came away with the ball.
Aluma's mistake was putting that ball on the floor. OKC had it jam-packed in that paint.
Flagler sliding to his right, misses the 3. Well, the physicality of this game's impressive. Knocked to the floor, no call. KJ Williams at 6'10", 250. Put a body on Jeff Doughton.
Yeah, Doughton tried to come across in the lane. Kind of got stood up there, tried to euro a little bit, trying to explain to the ref, you know, I came across and got hit. How did I fall?
Cormac Ryan, who found his rhythm from 3 just before halftime, checks back in for Oklahoma City. Thunder win the jump. Williams with a nice screen. They throw it inside and just off his hands. Good set play, but it was lost by Johnson.
Well, Johnson wasn't ready for it. Just a beautiful look on a backdoor cut.
Tenth turnover by the Thunder. Sixers have taken advantage as well. 14 points off those miscues. Under 4 to play in the third.
Good patience by Philly, running their half-court stuff right now.
Pushing the back. Mintz was trying to turn the corner and got a hand in the back from Mitchell.
For a lot of these guards, like a Mintz or like a McCain, the coaches are looking at kind of what they do off their first action off a pick and roll. A lot of times they'll have a wide open jump shot, or they'll keep going to create a play. That first action is very important, because after that, the defense kind of catches on.
Thunder defense tough, trying to tie up Philly, and now they get the jump ball. The jump. Luma was down on the floor.
Great hustle.
What coach doesn't like that hustle, right?
That's right.
Luma and KJ Williams. Have to take a quick shot. There's a foul, or is he out of bounds? Stepped out of bounds. I saw Kyler Kelly put his hand in the air, but already out of bounds. They put pressure on the ball. Johnson has it for the Thunder. Back to Kelly. Philly with 3 straight turnovers. Jones just checked in. Comes up short on the 3. Philly fights for the rebound. They got it. Mintz in the paint. The long arm of Mintz. He was pushed nearly out of the paint, was able to reach up and drop it in with the right hand.
Yeah, he rolls up too. Had a shot blocker coming over, but was able to really elevate.
Jang inside. That ball just rolls in. Dylan Jones.
That ball had a 50-50 shot, Bowler.
Showing a little finesse. Jones working both ends of the floor, grabs a defensive rebound, moves it to Jang. Good ball movement. They go corner 3. Ball through the legs of Philadelphia. They gathered. There's a steal. Boy, that was just. That ball was out there for the taking, and OKC couldn't come up with a bucket.
I really like the diversity of Jang. He's like a big point guard out there, facilitating. Can defend 1 through 5. It's a small lineup.
Philly now with 8 turnovers, 10 for the Thunder. Ryan, Jang. They've worked the perimeter. There's a turnover. Traveling is the call. Keontae Johnson gives it up, and we've got a timeout here in Salt Lake City. Under 2 to play in the third. 73-66 Philadelphia.
Well, we've been talking about Jared McClain a lot in this game, and arguably still the most important position on the floor is the point guard position. But nowadays, you got a point guard who can facilitate and get his as well, trick the defense. Jared McClain is that guy. He looks so mature tonight, just doing a great job of leading his team, and you see his numbers right there.
12 points with 3 assists and a couple of steals. Has not hit a 3. 0 for 4. Philadelphia kind of gone cold. 6 of their last 7 missed. 4 turnovers in those last 7 possessions. And the Thunder haven't done much better. They've missed 8 of their last 11. And again, as you get deep into this third quarter, you've had 2.5 practices. You've traveled to Salt Lake, and now maybe the altitude is beginning to maybe settle in just a bit.
Yeah, you know, I think going into this fourth quarter, especially if it's a tight game, you'll see maybe some separation between teams. But so far, I think these players have done a nice job in controlling that tempo and not just trying to make it a marathon.
Council, one more at the line. Summer League action continues next here on ESPN and the ESPN app with the Grizzlies and Jazz. And then tomorrow continues on NBA TV. The Spurs take on Team China and the Hornets face off against the Kings. You want basketball, you're going to have a heavy dose the next couple of weeks. Summer League starting up this weekend in Las Vegas.
Ousmane Dieng bringing it up like a point guard, but being guarded by a guy like Mintz or smaller point guards. They're putting him to the test here.
You know, and T, a great point, because Cam Woods told us they really want to use Summer League to take multiple looks and put Ousmane in different situations, different positions. Can he be a point forward? What can he actually facilitate their offense?
Well, there's your answer right there. He can facilitate. Now it's about, can they finish? But you'll even see Dieng. We all saw him come off a pick and roll, right? I mean, he's taller than the screener guy. So, you know, to have those kind of guard skills, that is so valuable, especially for OKC.
Well, that ball telegraphed, stayed up too long on the lob inside. Stolen McCain, toes it for 3. Good look. 0 for 5 from downtown. There's Ryan. OKC, the no-look pass, drops it inside. That's going to count.
It's good heads-up play by Ryan.
Aluma looked like he was hanging on to the top of the rim and then got body, and that may be a 3-out. Chance for another 3-point play.
Great hustle by Ryan. Eyes up. You see your guy cutting right there. Line. Beautiful finesse move to that right side of the rim.
Three-point play. Last year for the Blue, 40% from 3, 20 points a game, and OKC now has put together their own run, down 5, thanks to a 10-3 push. Under a minute to go here in the third. Luma reaches up. Oh, that's a beautiful shot.
You talk about finesse. Luma with a nice drive, goes in between 2 players and kind of finesses it around for a finger roll.
Luma hasn't missed a shot. 5 for 5 from the floor, working on a double-double. That was his 8th rebound to go with 12 points. Sixers run clock, about 10 seconds between shot clock, game clock. Mintz on a drive, circus shot, cut the rim, and it jumps off the iron, and the rebound pulled down by Williams. Jones inside, and a foul. Now they're going to call a travel.
Well, he took a step and he hopped, and I think they're calling because he planted one foot then the other. Didn't come to a jump stop.
That was called by the trailing
so here's
official.
A hop, 1-2.
Yep.
Man, I'm not sure that's a travel.
Looked like a triple jump in action. McCain at the horn. Comes up just a little short off the back of the rim. 3 quarters in the books here in Salt Lake. Game 1, Philadelphia and OKC. 10 minutes to play. Sixers by 7. 42% from downtown for the Rook.
I'm going to go up on them right now, Bowler, and say SGA might be my favorite for MVP. You know, I think he's got a young team, but he took them far. I think this coming year is the season where you've really got to pay attention to him.
You know, it's a process, no doubt. Jokic knows that. It's probably the best second-round pick of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, no kidding.
And Embiid took an MVP 2 years ago. And so SGA, maybe his turn. We'll see how the Thunder respond to that 57-win season as these young players continue to fight here. Inside drive, the bucket by Dylan Jones. 5-point game. Council. Deep. Got it.
Well, if you're going to take that shot, you've got to be confident. You took 4 dribbles, cleared some space, kind of around the pick and roll, But just a nice look by Council, nice confident look.
Council with 13. That's his first three-pointer made in 5 attempts. The Thunder with Buddy Boeheim. Yes, the son of Jim Boeheim, the great coach at Syracuse. And you know Jim Boeheim well.
Yes, I do.
76 to 2023, the head coach. What a long run of greatness there with the Orange. Corner three comes up short.
Well, you're the offspring of Jim Boeheim. You're going to know basketball very well. It's a good-looking shot on the son.
Council inside drives, took on the double team on a whistle. You know, undrafted with Boeheim. Last 2 years he's been with Detroit. 20 NBA games played in all. Now trying to find minutes or a roster spot with OKC. Council makes the first. Jeff Doughton checks back in for Philadelphia. 2 for 2 at the line. Council's put together. He leads scorers with 15 and 15 for Flagler for Oklahoma City. Loose ball, outlet, nice hustle back. Williams tapped it away, or that would have been an easy run to the rim for Council. Another ball deflected by Philadelphia, and the man who has been so active is Bonham.
Yeah, Dylan Jones just needs to be patient, take his time, trying to get a big hitter. Had the ball picked off twice, and that time turnovers capitalized.
Council with 18. Rebound taken away. And Council and the Sixers back with McCain running the show. 84-74. 10-point spread for the Sixers. McCain getting his first taste of the NBA. Bona inside, missed it. McCain started, remember, 3 of 4. Since then, 2 of 10. So a hot start for the rookie.
Bona just a little off balance on that offensive rebound. Should have taken it up right where he was. Tried to avoid the defense. Maybe a little fatigue setting in for him. He's worked pretty hard tonight.
Doughton nearly pulled the string on that 3. They go outside. And right now, the hot hand belongs to Ricky Council, the 4th.
No fatigue for him. Bowler, 21 points, 6 for 12 overall, 3 for 7 from 3.
11 points for Philly in the quarter, all scored off the hand of Ricky Council. And the lead jumps to 13, 7 minutes of play. And Salt Lake in action in Secaucus. So the replay center, as we were reminded earlier, it's right here on the truck in Salt Lake. At the moment, 13-point game.
Yeah, I don't think this was a foul. I thought the play had already advanced. And I know we'll get a chance to see it right here. This is kind of after the fact. This is what they're seeing as well. Watch the closeout here. Plays over. Yeah, it was close.
So the 3 officials huddle up. And Matt Brazzi waiting to get the word on this challenge. Memphis. KJ Williams with a 3-point play. Played for the Blue last year, and they want to take a deep look at KJ Williams. He was a 4-year guy at LSU and averaged 11 points and 7 rebounds in the G League last year. Doughton directing traffic, short shot clock, rolls it to 5. Cups it inside out. Council on a deep triple. Got it.
He's feeling pretty good right now.
He sure is. I'd say he's turned his game up a notch here in Salt Lake in this first game. 24 points. 14-point quarter for Philadelphia, and all 14 by Council.
Wow.
Overall at 24.9, and he's knocked down 4 of 8 from 3.
And he's doing it in different ways. He's getting wide open looks outside, but he's also taking ISOs in the paint. Flagler knocks down a deep one.
He had the hot hand for OKC in the first half.
So let's see if the defense by the Thunder can maybe create some turnovers, get them back into this thing with a little over 5 to go.
18 for Flagler.
Feeling it, Bowler.
I tell you, it's big as an ocean.
What time is it?
It's Council time.
I think the bank was open. The bank was open late on that one. Kind of skimmed off the glass.
No, it's interesting when you watch a young player who finds that groove. There's a put back in for OKC. The bucket by A.J. Mitchell. I mean, the power of the three. It's an amazing thing. 27 for Council, 5 of 9 from downtown. You flip it to OKC, you get 18 for Flagler T on 6 of 14 from behind the arc.
Yeah, it's definitely a different maker in this league, and sometimes even more important than a layup.
Doughton fires up a 3. Got bodies in the paint flying.
You got the biggest body on the floor.
He's doing push-ups. Bowler.
It's called being in the zone, Bowler. Get it to go. Let's see if it hits the glass. Oh. He's got great confidence stroke. No glass on that one. I think he's saying, Bowler, I got it going, Bowler.
Feed the beast.
Feed me.
17-point quarter. Wow. 17 of his 27. Still. He's going to strike. OKC's got to do it. McCain. Drive it inside. Circus shot. Score it.
That's a grown man shot, Bowler.
That was the first Sixer bucket scored in this quarter besides Ricky Council. You know, again, it goes back to what the scouts talked about. Vision, creativity, and his ability to change speed.
Yeah, for an undersized player to be able to get that kind of shot off. Yeah, for an undersized player to be able to get that kind of shot off against potential really good shot blockers underneath. Beautiful look tonight at all.
Jang had a look. Comes up short. One bouncing out. Who's got it?
Jang has had a couple of those shots, and he hasn't jumped very high on them. I don't know if fatigue's a factor.
Wide open. Little windmill. This time he shows his inside play as he stares down the crowd. Council. I mean, that's a big bucket. 26.
Just a backboard violation right here. And I think that fatigue is kind of settling in because Philly's been able to get in the paint all night long. My goodness. Nice dunk. Gives the camera a nice look. 29 points to count to the fourth.
On 17 shots. And he's hit 6 of 7 from the line.
And 8 boards.
So he's been able to go inside and also knock down the threes.
And on top of that, Bowler get to the line 7 times, 6 for 7 from the line. Complete game.
You know, you just made the point about the paint. There's another drive, basically uncontested by OKC on Doughton's drive.
I think the separation has really been a game of attrition. Philly is just kind of outworked, kind of taking the wind almost literally out of the Thunder in this fourth quarter.
Boeheim just hit a 3. Coming up on 2 minutes left in this first game. Hometown Jazz taking on the Memphis Grizzlies in the nightcap. 7 o'clock Mountain Time, 9 Eastern. You'll see it here on ESPN.
Little heat check there by Council.
Euro step it down the baseline. Nice drive. Score it. You know, there's been moments in this game that, you know, we've seen some good inside play by the Thunder. Tyler Kelly, I'm speaking of earlier in the first half.
Yeah, and his game, Kelly's game, really was as good as his teammates will allow him to be on the inside. Not a lot of post-ups in the league these days, but Kelly doing a nice job on both ends.
They get the Thunder credit, still playing. They get the bucket down low. Deontay Johnson still 101-89 Sixers. Play, which also equates into paint defense. They've been outscored by 20, 54-34 team, and also turnovers. Philly's has taken advantage of 17 miscues and turned that into 23 points.
Yeah, there's a hard foul right here. It didn't look like a lot. It looked like without protecting himself a little bit going inside, just hit hard when he went to the floor.
2 shots for Jeff Doughton out of Rhode Island. He's played on 5 NBA teams, trying to finally find a home. Last year, 12 games with Philadelphia.
A lot of cups of coffee.
Oh man, that's coffee and a bagel and a what else, a donut, whatever you got. But you know what? That's the journey, T.
It is.
You know, and
it is.
You know, everyone's got the story and how you made it or where you went. And, you know, the opportunity.
And that's really it right there. You talked about how many teams he's still getting opportunities to prove himself. So teams see a lot of potential in him, giving him a shot.
You know, what did the late great Jerry Sloan say? He always said you're auditioning every night on the floor because the other 29 teams may need your talent.
That's right. He added a few colorful words within that too.
I can't speak of those.
Yeah, I know. I missed that, man.
Hall of Famer Jerry Sloan. I look above me here at Delta Center. Of course, his name's up in the rafters.
Tell you, that man taught me a lot how to be a pro. He and Frank Layton. Frank drafted me, of course, but then he hired Jerry to come in. Jerry took over. Just one of the all-time great, not only coaches, but people that you ever want to be around.
I got to remind our listeners, our viewers, that was 1983, right after the Wolfpack of North Carolina State, with Jimmy V won the national title.
That's right.
Number 7 overall.
Number 7 overall, Bowler, by the Utah Jazz.
You're still, you know, you told me the other day you can still give me 10. You can go out and play 10 minutes on the floor.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you just make me stay on one end of the court. I'm good.
Right. Oh, contact, travel. Little hand up. Council playing D. Stops the driving Dylan Jones. Mentz's check back in for Philadelphia.
I think these coaches have to be pleased with what they've seen so far. And I think one of the biggest things are these guys playing together. No selfish play, doing what they do best.
Denied. Doughton. One of the better defensive stands of the second half of the Thunder.
Nice job there by Mitchell on the block shot and then bringing it up with the extra pass.
Ball's kicked. OKC putting pressure on that inbound. 102-92, 22 seconds left in this first game. Utah Jazz, Memphis Grizzlies coming up next, top of the hour. Inside out, no shot. They're just going to let the clock run. About a half a second, T, between shot clock, game clock. McCain will hold it. And now they're just going to let the clock run. And this one's over. Now they're actually going to put 7/10 back up. They'll inbound it. Boeheim holds, and that's it. 102-92. Handshake. Matt Brazzi, Cam Woods, head coach of the Thunder. Thorough, you know, we saw some defense. We saw some three-point shots. And I got to be honest, you know, with a bunch of guys getting together for just the last 3 to 4 days, I thought some good basketball played, some good defense.
Sure.
Philadelphia seems to be a little bit ahead of the game.
Yeah, for sure. And I like to speak from the perspective that I think the coaches are looking, right? They're looking for who can go out and help their team at this point in time, who has the potential maybe to stick. And I thought there were a lot of guys, both teams did a really good job coming out of the chute, executing what they're supposed to.